Hi guys, my name is Chartpunk and this is your daily dose of Bitcoin on the 13th of February. Weekly Bitcoin chart. This is basically the downtrend that we have since 2021 November. I indicated the tops of this downtrend and the bottoms of this downtrend. And as you can see, we have a top, we have a low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low at 15,500. That was the latest lower low. And the latest lower high was $25,200. Now that level is very, very important because in the current move, we have not been able to touch it and we have not been able to trade it through, which means that if we turn south here and the price starts to move downwards, then this high here at around 24 something, this can easily turn into a new lower high in this whole macro time frame downtrend. Now, what is also interesting on the weekly time frame is that the trend, if we examine the trend structure with the consensus moving averages, being the 30, the 7, and the 3 period moving averages, then what we can see is that the trend has started to change and it has started to flip bullish. Both of the short-term moving averages have been able to cross up the long-term moving average. And my trading system, the Chartpunk HTF trading system indicator, has been able to print green candles on the weekly chart, which is very, very important. In the past, when we had the bullish cross of the moving averages and also the green candles arrived to the chart, that usually successfully indicated a change of trend and a bullish movement. Let me just show it to you before. Here we have the 2020 situation. The two short-term moving averages are crossing up and the green candles arrive from my indicator, and then we have the nice up move. Here we have it in 2019. Moving averages are crossing up. We get the green candles from the trading system and we have the nice upwards movement. Then again, here in 2015, here we have the bullish cross, here we have the green candles, and then the nice up move. So I think the consensus moving average system and my indicator are working pretty well on the weekly Bitcoin time frame. And here they indicate clearly the change of the trend structure. Now, what Bitcoin traders should focus on now is, as I told you, to at least touch or trade through this 25,200 level, because from a price action perspective, that would mean a kind of change in this whole downwards trend, along with the flippening of the moving averages. If we just take a look at the moving average structure, then what is also very important is that if during this week, price action stays here around $20,000, $22,000 or below that, then most likely the short period moving average, the 3 moving average, will cross down the 7 moving average, which will make this whole moving average structure a little bit more bearish. In the consensus trading system, when you have a down cross of the short period moving averages above the long period moving average, it is an indication to a little bit reduce your bullish allocation in the actual product. Now, the good news is that my indicator still senses a kind of bullish momentum behind the market. Hence, this new weekly candle has started out being green. We will see if that can stay like that during the week. Most importantly, traders should try to bounce from this confluence area of the 3 and 7 period moving averages, and that would give us an opportunity to close in on again on this 25,200 target. Now, if we take a look at the oscillators, what we can see is that the RSI is in a nice uptrend, which is very, very important. I like the RSI. I think it is a very, very important indicator, very, very important momentum indicator. And currently it is in a clear uptrend. And my momentum indicator, the Chartpunk momentum oscillator, is also in an uptrend. It has crossed up in July 2022. And since then, it has not crossed back into bearish territory, which is indicating a bullish momentum on the Bitcoin market. However, if the week continues out, like with the price action that we have now, then this indicator is already showing some signals of losing or decreasing momentum. If we come down to the 3-day time frame, then we can see that here the consensus moving averages have already started to cross down. In the previous candle, the short period moving average has crossed down the medium period moving average, which in the consensus trading system is a signal to a little bit decrease your bullish allocation to the product. So if you are trading the 3-day Bitcoin chart and you are trading the Consensus moving average system, then the bullish allocation that you built here at around $17,000 should be decreased at this $23,000 level, because this is where the momentum is clearly showing some signs of decrease. And what you see here is that we have this long wick here in the $23,000, $24,000 area that is clearly indicating supply, Bitcoin supply in this region. I would say that if I want to draw a supply zone, then I would place it somewhere here on this previous local top. This is the zone where a clear supply in the Bitcoin market should kick in. So on this 3-day chart, the most important information is that we are seeing a clear sign of decreasing momentum, and we already had this downcross of the short period moving averages, which is a signal to decrease our bullish allocation to the Bitcoin market. If we come down to the 1-day chart, then what we can see here is that the downcross of the short period moving averages have already happened on the 5th of February, indicating some decrease in the bullish allocation. And what we are seeing here is that right now, both of the short-term moving averages have already crossed down the long-term moving average. The long moving average is still in an ascending mode. So if the bulls want to continue this very, very nice run, then I would say this is somewhere the zone which they should hold. This what we see, as we see here, it was a clear supply zone. Here it was also a supply zone. We see the VIX here. The price has bounced from this zone for days in the middle of January. Then we had the breakthrough. Now we are using this zone as support. If the bulls want to continue this very, very nice run, what we had since January, then the task is to use this zone as support to make a bounce from here and to cross up this short period moving averages again above the long period moving average. I would say that this is the zone which needs to be traded over by the bulls to the upside. We see here the long period moving average. We see here the zone of these wicks. This is a serious resistance zone. So on the daily chart, this is what is now very important for me. I am watching this zone here as support and this zone here as resistance. If we are able to clear this upper zone, then we have a chance to continue the upwards trajectory and try to tackle again the 25,200 as I indicated on the weekly chart. If we lose this support, then most likely we will seek some further levels to the south, from which I think this will be a kind of interesting level, this $18,400 level. We will see if we get there or not. Currently, this is the trading zone in Bitcoin that I am watching and following.